The car engine roared backward. Not forward, backward. Ya's eyes locked onto one target, the old man standing at the gate. "Ya, no!" someone screamed. Too late. The impact was sickening. Metal crushed bone. The uncle's body flew 3 feet before slamming into the red dust. Silence. Then groaning. Then gasping. Ya stepped out slowly. His face wasn't filled with shock. It was filled with something far worse. Satisfaction. "You will never," he said, his voice shaking with fury, "tell me how to spend my money again." Workers stood frozen. Cement buckets hung mid-air. A woman covered her mouth. Because the man bleeding in the dust wasn't a stranger. He was the only person in the village who had defended Ya when everyone else called him a murderer. And now, he was about to become something much more dangerous. A man with nothing left to lose. But this story doesn't start with violence. It starts with a boy who refused to bow. Ya was different from birth. While other children played in the mud and begged for scraps, Ya walked like he owned the ground beneath him. His back was straight, his chin was high, his words were sharp and calculated. He wasn't rude, he was just sure of himself. And people hated him for it. "That boy thinks he's better than us," the elders whispered. "He doesn't greet properly," the women complained. "His eyes are too bold," the men muttered. But Jan never apologized, never explained, never shrunk himself to make others comfortable. He simply existed, loudly. By 15, he'd left the village. By 25, he returned in convoys. 3 cars, designer clothes, a gold wristwatch that could buy 2 houses, spraying money with a money gun all the way through as his convoy passed. The village gathered to welcome him, but their smiles were tight, their congratulations were thin. "Where did the money come from?" they whispered. "Too fast," someone said. "Too clean," another agreed. Then his parents died, both of them, within 3 months of each other. Natural causes, the doctors said, old age, weak hearts. But the village saw something else. He sacrificed them. Blood money. Rituals. The gossip spread like wildfire. At his mother's funeral, Ya heard a woman say it loud enough for him to hear. "This is what happens when you trade your parents for wealth." He didn't respond. He buried them both, paid for everything, then disappeared for 2 years. When he returned again, he was colder, richer, and completely alone. He spoke to no one, helped no one, avoided every gathering. His face had hardened into something unreadable, except for one person, his uncle. The same man who had stood at both funerals and shouted, "If you bastards have proof, bring it. If not, shut your filthy mouths and let the boy grieve." That uncle became Ya's only family. Until Christmas. Ya returned that December to build, not a house, a mansion. The foundation alone swallowed half the village's annual budget. The design was foreign, the workers were imported, the materials came in trucks that blocked roads for hours. People watched in silence, some with envy, others with bitterness. "He's mocking us," they said, "building a castle while we suffer. Still won't help his own people." Ya heard it all, and ignored it all, until his uncle visited the site. It was a Sunday afternoon. The sun was harsh, the workers were on break. The uncle arrived quietly, holding a small bag of oranges. "My son," he said warmly. Ya didn't smile, but he didn't walk away either. "I'm proud of you," the uncle continued. "You've done what many only dream of." Ya nodded, waited. "But," the uncle's voice softened, "the people are struggling. Christmas is coming. Your cousin has no work. He hasn't eaten well in weeks. And the village, they still remember you as one of them." Ya's jaw tightened. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying, give rice this Christmas. Help the boy. Let them see your heart again." The air shifted. Ya's voice dropped to something cold and lethal. "So I should feed the same people who said I killed my parents for money?" The uncle raised his hands. "They were wrong." "Wrong? They destroyed my name. They made my mother's funeral a joke, and now you want me to, what, smile and hand them rice?" "Ya, bitterness will eat you from inside. Get out." The uncle didn't move. "I said get the hell out of my sight." Still, the uncle stood firm. "You've become what they said you were," he said quietly. "Proud, heartless, empty." That's when Ya snapped. He stormed to his car, reversed it, hard, and before anyone could process what was happening, thud. The uncle hit the ground. The workers scattered, a woman screamed, a man ran. Ya sat in the car for 3 seconds, then stepped out. He didn't check if his uncle was breathing. He simply pointed at him. "You will never tell me what to do with my money again. If you try, I'll make sure you regret being born." Then he drove off. The uncle lay there for 20 minutes before someone helped him up. His leg was fractured, his ribs were bruised. But the worst injury? His heart. That night, the uncle didn't cry from pain. He cried from betrayal. He'd defended Ya when no one else would. He'd stood alone at those funerals. He'd called him son when the boy's own relatives abandoned him. And this was his reward? No, not anymore. The next evening, the uncle returned to the construction site, alone. The workers had gone home. The gates were locked, but he knew another way in. He walked slowly to the foundation, pulled something from his bag, a small pouch, dark powder, bones, feathers. He knelt, and he spoke. Not loudly, but with the kind of conviction that makes the earth listen. The leg that carried pride will carry shame. The body that refused to bow will beg to kneel. Let him feel what I felt. Let him crawl like I crawled. He buried the pouch deep in the foundation. Then he left. 3 days later, Ya visited the site. Everything seemed normal. The workers greeted him cautiously. The walls were rising. Progress was smooth. That night, his right leg began to itch. By morning, it was swollen. By evening, it was twice its normal size. By the end of the week, it was rotting. The smell was unbearable. The skin turned black and red. Pus oozed from cracks. The pain was so severe that Ya couldn't walk, couldn't sleep, couldn't think. His wife moved to another room. I can't stay near you," she whispered, her face twisted in horror. Doctors were baffled. There's no infection, no bacteria, no virus. It's like the leg is dying on its own. Ya spent fortunes on treatments, flew to 3 countries, consulted the best. Nothing worked. The leg kept rotting. And the village? They watched. Some prayed for him. Others said, "Judgment has come." The only person Ya could have asked, the one who might have known if such things ran in their lineage, he had knocked down at the site. Desperate, Ya began asking questions. A spiritual consultant finally told him the truth. "Someone cursed you at your site. The poison is in the foundation." Ya's heart stopped. "Who?" The consultant closed his eyes. "Someone you hurt. Someone close." It didn't take long to figure out. Ya went to his uncle's house the next morning. The old man was sitting outside, his fractured leg still healing. Ya stood at the gate. His own leg was wrapped in bandages, leaking through the cloth. "Uncle." The old man didn't look up. "Uncle, please." Still nothing. Ya's voice cracked. "I'm sorry." The uncle finally raised his eyes. "You hit me with a car, threatened me, humiliated me in front of the village, and now you're sorry?" "Yes." "Why? Because your leg is rotting?" Ya's tears fell. "Because I was wrong." The uncle didn't forgive him that day, or the next. On the 3rd day, Ya returned with his friends, with gifts, with a brand new car. He knelt in the dirt, the same dirt his uncle had bled in. "I let pride destroy me. I blamed the village for my pain and made you pay for it. I was a fool. Please restore me. I promise you that I will change. I will start giving rice every season. I will help my cousin. I will help the needy. Please, uncle, reinstate me. The new car is yours." The uncle stared at him for a long time. Then he sighed. "Go to the site, dig up the foundation, remove the poison yourself." Ya did. With his own hands he dug, and when he found the pouch, he wept. Slowly the leg healed. Slowly Ya changed. On New Year's Day he brought rice to the village. He stood before them and said, "Sometimes people lose their parents and gain wealth at the same time. That doesn't make them killers. My parents' death broke me, but your words, they buried me alive. I became what you accused me of being, not a ritualist, but something worse, a man without mercy." The village wept. They gave him a new name, Okpata Ozuora I, the one whose pride was broken and restored. And from that day on, Chief Ya changed completely and founded an organization where he helped the masses.
Lesson: pride doesn't make you strong. It makes you brittle. And when you break, you'll beg the same people you refuse to bow to. Humility isn't weakness. It's the only thing that keeps you human. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe.